am so excited about today. If you guys are watching from YouTube, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Today, if you're catching the replay, do hashtag Apple Magic because this is a magical recipe. I'm really excited. You have to give props to my husband because he's like, you gotta do something with an apple in the microwave. And I thought he was a little crazy, but he was right. And this is brilliant. And so please say thank you, Helping Hubby, for his creative ideas because I did some research and you guys are gonna love this recipe. It's gonna blow your mind because it blew mine how easy it is and how delicious it is. And you can make it dairy-free style. You can make it with dairy if you like Greek yogurt, and then that's your protein. So it's super versatile for anyone. Okay, so we're gonna get started. I did put the link in the description to the recipe if you wanna follow along. I also did put it in the event, and you could see the ingredients that you're gonna need today. And so we're gonna actually start with, this is the other thing. I feel like this is two magical recipes in one, because we have 90-second granola homemade. Yes, you heard that right, 90-second granola. And so we're gonna do that first, and then we are going to make our apple. So it doesn't matter what kind of apple you have. However, I do wanna note right up front that depending on how old your apple is, depending on the size of your apple, and depending on the type of your apple, whether you are using like Macintosh, or Gala or Envy, and oh my goodness, you guys, I ran to the store so that I could get a bunch of variations, and I let my generation movers try my recipes first, and so I got some feedback, and I'll give those tips to you guys as well. But I did notice that it does matter on the age, the size, the type, and so we're gonna go over that. But today, I have for you guys, I did an Envy, and we're doing a Honey Crisp. I got Honey Crisp, and then look at these. It's so funny. You guys remember we had picked a bunch of apples off of our apple tree, and we made them, almost all of them, into applesauce. And so we only had like a handful left, and I used some of those in my trial runs. And when I did it, they actually, because they were old, they were like almost soft already. They became like applesauce when I did this. It was very interesting. So this is also gonna be like a personal preference for you, depending on how long you wanna cook it. Because if you have an older apple and you cook it for the full 3 minutes, then it is going to become applesauce, versus a brand new apple will not. It will still be a little bit hard, but not crunchy. Like, how do I describe it? I feel like I'm describing it terribly, but you might, if you have really small apples, these are really small compared to, well, they're all different. So this is, well, these two are the same. This is a Gala, this is a Macintosh, and then I have, so here's a Honey Crisp. Can you see? They're just, it just depends on what kind of apples you get. So if you have really tiny apples, you might want to use 2 apples. So, all right, who is with me this morning? I should have popped open my, I want to see who's hanging out. Say good morning, good morning. Let's see if I can pull this up without making a big old noise. Let's see. Who is here? Okay. I don't see any comments yet, but I don't know if you guys said hi over here. Not yet. Okay. Well, you guys waking up this morning? It's a Thursday, and it is a great day to be alive. Thank you, Jesus, right? And we're gonna make this in such a quick time. So we're gonna start with the 90-second granola. Trust the process on this, you guys. Trust the process. So a couple first tips. If you have silicone, if you have these little mini loaf pans from Epicure, and you guys, they don't sell them anymore, or I would totally tell you to get some. But you can use any of your silicone. If you have any silicone, it cleans up the easiest, I found. I have done it in a regular bowl. However, the way this, it can kind of get stuck. And so I think that's annoying, and then you have to put it in hot water. So I'm just letting you guys know up front. Otherwise, the other option, if you don't have silicone and you only have like a glass bowl, just put a little piece of parchment paper in there, and you can cook parchment paper in the microwave, okay? And then it's gonna keep from getting your bowl all stuck and, you know, frustrated, like, woo, how do I clean this? Okay, so you can just put a little liner. So I'm gonna use my silicone. And I am going, if you are gluten-free, I know some of you guys are already messaging me, Heather, if it's gluten-free. If you get gluten-free sprout sprouted, I have gluten-free sprouted oats. I get these from Costco. Then it will be gluten-free, okay? So we are gonna start with 1/4 cup of our oats. And then we are going to add, should probably grab my recipe, huh? We're going to add 1 tablespoon of Gentle Sweet. 1 tablespoon of Gentle Sweet. Okay. Then we are going to add 1 teaspoon of Super Sweet. And yes, I promise, it's very good. It will be good. It won't be too sweet. Unless you really, really don't like sweet, you can leave out the super sweet. But I know most of you have a sweet tooth like me. Okay, and let's see. We're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. I finally got my cinnamon. This is from Costco. Costco has it. Okay, so we're going to do... Oh, am I getting it stuck? There we go. 1/2 teaspoon. Was it half? Is that right, guys? Yeah, 1/2 teaspoon. Okay. 1/2 teaspoon. I love my Epicure measuring spoon because it has a teaspoon, a 1/2 teaspoon, a 1/4 teaspoon, a tablespoon. Yes, all those things. Okay, then we're going to do 3 pinches of salt. So 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Now we're going to add 5 pecans. So this will keep it, because we are making an E. And so we want to keep it an E, so only add 5. I just take them and just take a second to just like kind of crumble them up so they're not like these big honking pieces in your homemade granola. And then, let's see, I need 1 more. Ta-da! Oh, I'm throwing it on the floor. There we go. Ha! Okay, now we are going to add 1/4 teaspoon of caramel extract. So this is important because for the rest of it, we're actually not going to add extract on the actual apple part. So if you, this is gonna have like a natural caramel, like caramel apple taste if you add the caramel. So I would say if you have this, do it because it's awesome. You don't have to, but I think it just makes it amazing. So we're gonna do that 1/4 teaspoon. And then we're gonna do 1/2 tablespoon of water. Okay, ta-da. Now, is that it? I think that, oh, okay. The last ingredient is going to be goji berries or raisins or any dried fruit of your choice, or you can add a tablespoon. However, don't add it before you cook it. It just turns out better if you don't. So now we're just gonna mix this up. And once you have this mixed, we're gonna put it in the microwave for, it's gonna be 90 seconds total, but you do need to pause every 30 seconds and stir it because it can burn if you don't stir it. So it's really important. This is one of those, just be hanging out in the kitchen. It's 90 seconds. So I'm gonna throw this in. We're gonna start it, 30 seconds. Okay, so while that's going, you can start prepping your apple. So pick out the apple that you wanna make, and you're just going to, I did pre-cut some of these just because I don't have an apple core, you guys. You guys are probably way cooler than me and have an apple core. So if you do, just core the apple. Done, easy. I had to use the knife and go around and go like this and, you know, like the snail way. So this is how I did it. I did that. Oh, it's been 30 seconds. So we want to stir it. And then, oh yes, it's beautiful. Okay, now 30 seconds, back in. Okay, so then if it doesn't go through, what I recommend is having it go all the way through. You can just flip it over and do the other side. This is for those of us who don't have an apple core. Okay, so then I just did this. I'm just showing you what I did. And then you can just, boop, pop it out like this, okay? So when you pop it out, what I want you to do is cut off the end and you're gonna put it back. So just cut off a little piece. This will be trash. And then this, you can just put back in like a puzzle piece. So you put it back in. That's just to hold our filling, okay? And then put in your bowl. So I did a couple. I don't know why, but I did. Okay, 30 more seconds and then this is done. So make sure you stir it good. Oh, lovely. So you guys, the magic, gentle sweet liquefies. It liquefies. So you don't have to worry like, is it wet enough? It will be okay. And that's the secret to this whole recipe is gentle sweet. It's gonna make this like natural caramel sauce because it liquefies when it gets hot, which is so cool. If you guys have made the caramel popcorn with me, it's the same concept where you can put it on the stove. You can literally put your gentle sweet on the stove in a saucepan and it will liquefy. It's so cool. So it does the same thing in the microwave. All right, so once you are done, I'm gonna pop this one out. Oh, I already cut this one. That's right. So this one, it's like a puzzle. Look, it just fits perfect. Goes back in. So then you have a hole. Okay, that's where all our goodies are gonna go. Now, this is done. But here's the thing. You don't just stick this right in because you can see, I'm gonna come over here so I can show it to you. Can you see this? It's still very soft, very, very soft. Now, I'm gonna give you a couple tips, okay? If you have time and you're like working with the kids or doing something, just set this somewhere to cool off. Like I like to set stuff on, like I'll set this on my stove and I'm fine with leaving this one here because we've got the air coming and there's kind of this cold draft that comes down. So just every once in a while, stir it. Now, if you use a glass bowl, make sure you stir it because if you don't stir it, it's gonna get stuck to your bowl and you're gonna be like, Sarah, that was a mess. And I don't want a mess for you. Or like I suggested, put it in parchment paper. So this is what I did. I want to show you because this takes about 5 minutes to cool off. And you want to make sure you cool it off because then it gets crunchy. So here, I just cooled some off quick to show you the parchment. My very unprofessional parchment paper example. And this is completely cooled. Can you guys see it made hard? I feel like I need to come over there so you can see it. I feel like I'm so far away. Can you guys see this? So this is hard and crunchy. And if I can pick one up here, can you guys see this? Could you hear that? That was so tiny. I don't know if you could hear it, but it did a little crunchy crackle. So you know it's done if it's hard. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? I know, we forgot. While this is cooling, grab your goji berries. You guys, go get these at Costco. My Costco has these right now. I want you to look at this brand. Go grab these. These are phenomenal. I bought some. Oh, and I learned something. I'm full of things because I learned and I don't want this to happen to you. I bought some goji berries off of Amazon and I forgot about them and just put them, in the pantry, and I pulled them out one day and I went to eat them and I smelled a funny smell coming from the bag and I'm like, what is that? It's fine. I'll just eat them. And I ate them and I was like, ugh. They were terrible. Like they had gone bad. So I'm like, what did I do? So I look at the bag and I'm like, expires in 2025. And I'm like, what? I don't understand. Why are they bad? Ah! They were bad. Like there was no coming back. So what I learned is if you open the bag, I actually researched this, you need to store them in the fridge. It will preserve them. So now these are going in the fridge. And one of my generation movers, Kay, suggested buying a bunch of these and throwing them in the freezer. So I got a couple bags when I went to Costco because these are the best ones I've ever had. So if you have these at your Costco, grab them. They are like candy. They literally taste like little bites of candy. And when they come out of the fridge, they're a little crunchy and soft. I don't even know, maybe sort of like, it kind of makes me think of like craisins, but craisins like with a crunch. It's really good. Just trust me, they're good. Okay, so I'm gonna take a tablespoon of these and then I'm just gonna put it in here and then I'll mix this because I need to mix it anyways. Oh, see, it's already starting to harden because that gentle sweet hardens up when it's like coconut oil, when it's warm, it's soft, and when it's hard, excuse me. My my brain. When it's cold, it hardens. So same thing with Gentle Sweet. So, okay. So I mixed that in, and now we're going to keep letting this cool off and do its thing. Okay, so here's the thing. Take your apple that you've cored, and now you are going to add half of a tablespoon of Gentle Sweet. Ideally, even if you don't have a sweet tooth, I would really recommend this part because it's gonna give it that caramel kind of roux. So I'm gonna do half a tablespoon, and you just wanna put it like in, kind of try to get it around the edges. You can get a little bit on top. And then we are going to add a quarter of a teaspoon of cinnamon. So I'm gonna do that. And same thing, just a little bit on the top and then like mostly in. Mostly in. Okay. Now we are going to put our granola inside. So, oh, can you see that? Look at that big guy. He's too crunchy. Okay. So put your granola, and it'll fit about a tablespoon-ish, 2 maybe, depending on the size of your apple. So, and I wouldn't recommend putting like a bunch on the outside, just get it in. Okay, that's it. Now we're gonna stick this in the microwave for 3 minutes. Now, my Generation Movers did this, and I will tell you that some of them, the apples kind of exploded, and I don't want that to happen to you. So here's the thing, like it hasn't happened to me at all. I've had no issues. Now it will probably happen live. You guys can laugh at me. But okay, so I'm gonna put this in for 3 minutes. Now, if you're worried about it getting caramel Gentle Sweet all over, just put a cover over it. Just put something over top of it to protect it so it doesn't go all over. But I haven't had any issues with it. So I think it depends also on how old your apple is. And also, I had originally kind of cut off a little section of the top, but I find that if you just leave it, it protects the integrity of what's inside of the apple. So if you do cut off a little rim, I've seen that done before, I think it just causes it to kind of burst out a little bit more. So that's my tip on that for you guys. Okay, so while that's going, we are going to make our Greek yogurt. Now this is optional. If you don't do Greek yogurt has protein in it. You need to find another protein source, whether you add collagen to your tea, because by itself, this has absolutely no protein. But you could have this, say you had like a fuel pull dinner, say you had like, oh goodness, what is that one that we make? Chicken fried rice, but you made it with cauliflower rice. So it was like fuel pull, and you wanted to get your carbs and have dessert. You could make this for dessert, this apple dessert, and you would have enough protein because you already had it in your dinner. So that's just an idea. You can play around with it, have fun with it, you know, pick and choose your proteins with it. Maybe you want a chocolate milk with it, although I don't know if that would pair very well, but you get the idea. Just make sure that you are finding a protein, and if you want to do Greek yogurt, do Greek yogurt. Another tip, not all Greek yogurt is the same. So this one is from Costco, and I actually picked up some. I was going to show you guys another one, but we ran out. I have a lot of kids here. We eat a lot of Greek yogurt. And I found something interesting. So in the recipe, you will note that it says 3/4 of a cup. That was based on a Trader Joe's one that I bought. And that one's phenomenal, by the way, if you guys want to try it. This one's phenomenal too. And this one's probably more economical because we eat so much of it. But I don't know, something about the Trader Joe's one, it's delicious. This one's delicious too, though, just for different reasons. So anyways, point in case, make sure you're looking for total fat of 0, because then you can have those pecans, okay? We're just trying not to accidentally create a crossover. And then also, this one has 7 grams of carbs in 2/3 of a cup versus the other one, the Trader Joe's one, has 7 carbs in 3/4 of a cup. So just something to note. You got to kind of look at these and pay a little bit of attention. And because the question that I got was, can I eat all of this? Can I add the rest of the granola? Do I only eat 1 tablespoon of it? So I think it depends on if you decide to have like extra Greek yogurt, or if you're getting the one from Trader Joe's and you're fine, you're gonna stay right under that 45 net carbs, okay? You could save part of this for a second apple for the next day if you don't want to recreate the granola. So just a couple ideas for you. There's flexibility in this, but I wouldn't be having like the granola and a whole, a whole cup of this and then apple. And then ask yourself, how big is my apple? Because, an apple this size is going to have less carbs than an apple this size. So, you got to use your smarts and your judgment, okay? So here's the thing. Woo! I just fogged up my glasses. I can't see. I'm blind. Okay, so this is, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it completely liquefied. Let me see if I can show you guys this. I want you to see this. I'm going to do it. Hold on. Can you guys see in there? There you go. So it's liquefied. You can see that. That will harden up as it sits, okay? There we go. Doop. Okay. So whatever you do, don't just bite into this. You will burn your mouth, and I love you too much to let you burn your mouth, so don't do that. Okay? So we are working. I'm going to grab my bowl, and I'm just going to scoop. Just for demonstration's sake, I'm going to do the full 3/4 cup. There we go. Perfect. And this is also where you can decide. Like if you were going to pick something to lower the sweetener on, I would pick this because the rest of it I think is perfect just the way it is. And what I would recommend though is mix this up, taste it. Because everybody has like a little different of a sweetness level. I like it with 2 teaspoons of super sweet added. You can always do gentle sweet too. Just remember it's going to require a lot more gentle sweet, like 2 full tablespoons of gentle sweet. So I'm going to mix this in. This will make a lovely breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, dessert. I love when there's something like this that's super easy. Okay, so. Oh, that's perfect. Love it. Okay, could always add a little maple extract to this or caramel extract if you want to make it a little more fun. Just keeping it easy. So this is an apple that's already cooled off. I pre-made ones, but you can you guys see this is getting more caramel sauce style, and that's what you want. So we are going to cut our apple open. Let's put that there. So we're gonna cut this open. Then, oh, this looks amazing. Look at that, you guys. Okay, so remember the pictures I shared in the cooking group? So this is how you get that picture. I'm coming over here. I gotta show you guys up close. Up close, okay. Can you guys see that? Oh, heaven. It's like that song. Who sings that? Frank Sinatra? Heaven, I'm in heaven. Okay, so that's how you do that. Now, for the protein, you just top it with your Greek yogurt. Now, here's where this can be kind of fun too. And you can decide, if you just want a dollop of it, you can make less. You don't have to have this full amount, but just make sure you're adding enough protein. Because this 2/3 of a cup actually has 18 grams of protein. Isn't that fantastic? So just keep that in mind. You do 2/3 a cup, cool, you're set. Okay, then you can do, if you want to add some of this granola, you can just put it on top. All right. And then if you want to, of course, take a sample. Take some of your little caramel drizzle and just, oh yeah, drizzle this on top. Like seriously, how's that look? You guys ready? Ready to eat? I hope so. So then, if you have an older apple, just keep in mind that it's gonna be very soft, okay? And if you have a newer apple, it won't be as soft. And you might want to cook it longer. It just kind of depends on your personal preference. But 3 minutes, I find to be the sweet spot. So that's it. Isn't that easy, you guys? And I hope you try it. So then you can, if it's really soft, you'll be able to just scoop it out and it will separate from the outside. And if you want to eat the outside of the apple, like this one's hard enough that I'll just cut it and I'll eat the whole thing. And then this is a great way to have breakfast really, really easy. And if you pre-make the granola, it literally will only take you 3 minutes because you just dump it all in, throw it in the microwave. So, okay. Does anyone have any questions? I want to let you guys know, I do not want you to do this holiday season alone. We are like stepping into, we've got Halloween coming up and Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I'm super excited because with my Generation Movers, we're going to be doing live cooking classes like this. I have the list of everything you're going to need. You can go grocery shopping with the list, get all the supplies. We'll hang out and we'll cook for a couple hours and just knock it out. We will knock it out together so that you are successful for Halloween. We're doing Halloween candy. And then for Thanksgiving, we're gonna make pies because we need pies for Thanksgiving Day, right? We're gonna do it right before Thanksgiving. And then we are going to make cookies for Christmas. So we've got some fun things lined up. Also on top of that, I have a discount for you guys. So if you're interested, you're like, man, I really don't wanna do this holiday season alone. I really need community. Just comment below community and I will reach out to you personally and give you a discount code to join Generation Movers for the next 3 months. There is no long-term commitment. You're not locked into a lifetime with me, although I hope you will, because once you're a Generation Mover, you are a Generation Mover. Like, seriously, I love my ladies. We also do a fun share cast. Like, I invite you into my home. You're in my home now, but you see my mess. Like, I will show you because you are my people. And I know you get it, and I know that when life's hard, I show you my hard too. So, I hope you will consider joining. Just comment community. I did put a link to my website if you want to check out the cooking classes that are coming up, but it's way more than that. We do all kinds of trainings. We do all kinds of workshops, and you get everything I've ever done in the last 18 months included absolutely free. Absolutely free, you guys. I'm telling you, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of content absolutely free. It is amazing. It is amazing. Every single one of you watching this should be a Generation Mover, truly, because we are empowering, equipping, and encourage women to lead the next generation, and that's you. That's you. And are you ready? Are you ready to jump on the team? Because I need more team members. I can't do this alone. I want to empower and equip and encourage you so you can go out to your family, to your kids, to your community, to your neighbors, to your friends. We can reach a heck of a lot more people when we stand united. All right, guys, I love you so much. I hope to see you inside Generation Movers. I cannot wait to see you guys make this apple magic in 3 minutes. It is seriously magical and blows my mind. So don't forget to thank hubby. This is his inspiration, and I'm really excited for you guys to try it. Okay, did I miss anybody's questions? I have no idea what's going on over here. I don't know. I can't see anything. Well, if you guys did ask questions, I will come back. Maybe there's some over here. Let me see. Good morning, beautiful friends. Hey, Lorraine, you made it. Awesome. You're going to make it for lunch. Yes. There is so much in Generation Movers. You have lifelong sisters. Oh, I love that. Yes, amen. Oh, Anna, thank you. Okay, Cosmic Crisp are the best apples ever. You know what? That's so funny, Jackie, because I didn't realize, like, I knew there's a lot of apples out there, but oh my goodness, I went to the store and I just wanted to get a couple different kinds, and I was like, there's no humanly possible way I could buy every single kind of apple because there's so many I have never even tried or heard of. And so, which one did, oh, the Envy. Have you guys tried the Envy? That one's like blew my mind. It's delicious. So if you haven't tried the Envy, try making this with the Envy. It will, Macintosh was great. I did Macintosh. I did Gala. That was great. I think like a green apple even would work if you don't mind a green apple. But the Envy, that was so good. So good. All right. I love you guys. Don't forget to do hashtag Apple Magic if you're watching the replay. And I'll see you guys again next week. And don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell if you're watching from YouTube. Okay, guys, we'll see ya. Bye.